You don't need cash. You don't need a RSUM. And you definitely don't need to show your face. These are 5 AI-powered side hustles you can learn straight from your laptop, not to strike gold overnight, but to build real, usable skills that grow into income over time. What's wild is that most people still have no clue these paths even exist. So if you're tired of watching others level up while you stay stuck, and you're actually ready to learn something practical, this video is meant for you. The final idea is the most futuristic, so make sure you stay until the end. AI content repurposing. A huge shift is happening online right now. Everyone is publishing something: threads, podcasts, live streams, long YouTube videos, yet almost nobody has time to turn those long pieces into short, punchy clips. And short clips are where the attention is. TikTok, Shorts, Reels, that's where people watch. If you step in and fill that gap by pulling the best 20 seconds from a 20-minute video, the joke, the insight, the emotional hook, you're not acting as an editor. You're becoming an attention interpreter. And tools like Opus Clip, Descript, and CapCut handle most of the technical work for you. The real skill is sensing which moment truly lands. Here's how simple it is. Picture a small creator with maybe 3,000 followers posting consistently, but their growth is flat. They're trying, they care, but reach just isn't happening. You message them, "Hey, your long-form content is strong, but you're not posting shorts. I'll turn one of your long videos into 5 short clips for free. If you like them, we can talk weekly work." No hype, no salesy cringe, just value. What usually happens? They accept. You send the clips. Their next post gets 3x the views. They feel the difference immediately. They realize you didn't just trim a video, you made their content perform. That's the moment trust forms. This is extremely beginner-friendly. Your first win can happen in days because creators are overloaded with raw content and starving for consistency. It won't scale instantly, but once your workflow is smooth, you can manage several clients or outsource editing and act as the strategist. And once you understand how to spot a good moment, you're ready for the next step, because the second idea lets you build content that works for you long after you close your laptop. 2. Faceless YouTube channels. This one shocks people because they assume YouTube means influencers, personalities, bright lights, being on camera. But there's an entire side of YouTube where the creator's face never appears, the real voice never shows up, and nobody knows who's running the channel. They post mini documentaries, explainers, tutorials, story summaries, all built with AI, stock clips, and smart editing. Your role isn't to perform. Your role is to craft a compelling story. And storytelling has never been easier. ChatGPT can outline scripts, 11 Labs or CapCut Voice can narrate, Storyblocks or Pexels handle visuals. You're the director, not the actor. Let me illustrate. Pick a single niche, not 5-1. Maybe beginner finance, inspiring micro stories, simple psychology explainers. Now imagine posting 2 videos a week for a month. At first, you'll get tiny numbers, 20 views, maybe 100. That's where most people bail. They think YouTube is instant, but it's a library. Videos stack. Each upload strengthens the next. Your voice sharpens. Your style evolves. Then one day a video performs not viral, just noticeably better. Maybe 5,000 views, maybe 20,000. And it keeps growing while you sleep, work, or go out. Not because of luck, but because you built something that lives online. This takes patience. You won't see strong traction right away, but once it begins, it compounds. And the scalability is massive because old videos never stop working. Today's effort becomes tomorrow's opportunity. And once you learn to communicate clearly on video, you can turn those skills into something that earns even without your presence, which leads to the third idea. Before we continue, if you're finding this breakdown valuable, tap like. It helps more than you think. And subscribe if you want weekly deep dives like this. 3. AI digital products. This is about transforming something you've already figured out into something someone else can apply. And here's the part most people miss. You don't need to be an expert. You only need to be one step ahead of someone else. Think about your life. Maybe you cracked a study routine that finally worked, or a gym plan that felt sustainable, or a Notion layout that stopped your life from feeling chaotic, or a budgeting method that removed the stress. Those solutions didn't always exist for you. You learned them. And there are thousands of people right now who are exactly where you used to be. You're essentially helping your past self. That's all a digital product is. Here's a clear example. Imagine you spent 3 months organizing your classes, job hours, assignments, and schedule until you finally built a dashboard that made everything manageable. You didn't build it to sell, you built it to survive. But someone out there is waking up tomorrow drowning in the same chaos you fixed. If you package your system with clear steps, they'd happily pay to skip the mess you endured. And this is where AI helps. It helps format your system, make it clean, create templates, design the look, and even help you write explanations. You're not creating a product. You're sharing a solution in a usable form. How long your first version takes depends on how organized your system already is, sometimes hours, sometimes days. But once you make it, it exists permanently. That's long-term leverage.
Because once you know how to turn lived experience into a repeatable system, you're building something that helps people even when you're offline. If you want help with niches, offers, systems, I put everything in a free guide called the Creator Ecosystem Blueprint. It explains how to build an authentic personal brand and income system from scratch. Link below. And once you know how to package value clearly, you're ready to deliver that value in a way businesses will actually pay for. Which brings us to the fourth idea. A social media agency for local businesses. Here's what most don't realize. Millions of small businesses exist, and most have zero clue how to market online. They're fantastic at what they do. The restaurant cooks incredible food. The gym offers solid programs. The barbershop gives sharp fades. But they aren't good at filming, editing, posting regularly, tracking trends, writing captions, or managing social platforms. And they don't need viral hits, they just need content that helps locals know they exist. That's where you step in. Your job is simple. Help them show up consistently. AI makes this easier than ever. ChatGPT can write captions. Opus Clip and CapCut can produce quick edits. Templates streamline posts. Scheduling tools automate everything. You're not building a full agency. You're solving one clear issue. Nobody knows this business exists. Here's a practical approach that works. Step 1. Pick 5-10 local businesses you genuinely like. Step 2. Walk in person, not DMs, not email. Step 3. Say something like, I made 3 example posts for your business. If you want, I'll run your socials for the next 2 weeks for free so you can see how engagement and foot traffic respond. Results conversation partnership. And remember, you're not trying to scale on day 1. You're trying to get your first win. 1 business becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. 4 becomes something real. Along the way, you realize you didn't just learn editing, you learned client communication, reliability, systems, and expectation management. These skills stay with you forever. Difficulty. Medium. Not hard, but requires consistency and showing up. Time to first result. With upfront value, your first client could come within a week. Scalability. Strong once you build systems, and eventually you can outsource editing and focus on relationships. Once you know how to build online presence for others, the final idea flips that power back onto you, and it's something that barely anyone is discussing yet, but it will be massive. 5. AI virtual influencers. Here's the part that still feels surreal. You don't need to be the face of your brand to have a face online. You can design a character, a persona that represents the message, aesthetic, or lifestyle you want to express. Right now, there are TikTok and Instagram accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers, and the person behind them isn't a person at all.
It's a crafted character with a consistent appearance, vibe, backstory, and emotional tone that people connect with. And here's the ironic part. People already do this with their real selves. Social media is a curated identity. People have even called me AI before. I have no idea why, but I promise I'm very real, at least the last time I checked. So instead of trying to be something you're not, why not design a character that embodies exactly what you want to express? The real skill isn't the tools, it's the personality design. Ask yourself, who is this character? What matters to them? What world do they live in? What emotion should their post trigger? People don't follow content, they follow identity. Examples: a calm traveler sharing peaceful reflections, a mysterious gym character with aesthetic training shots, a cozy studio girl posting book recs and soft playlists. Once the tone and style are locked, content becomes repeatable, almost effortless. And the best part? The character never gets tired. No burnout, no camera shyness, no low confidence days. They show up perfectly every time. This is one of the most scalable content models right now. Difficulty: medium, more narrative design than tech. Time to first results: you can create a character and post 3 videos by tomorrow. Scalability: extremely high once the identity is set. The system runs. And here's the thread connecting all 5 opportunities. They all begin from the same starting point. Nothing fancy, just the willingness to try while most people won't. None of these are instant. None guarantee income. None work without consistency. But they're real, they're learnable, and they're achievable entry points. Choose the one closest to where you are today. Get one small win. Everything builds from there. See you in the next one.